my name is Cameron and welcome back to my channel, Which Way to Wicked, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. So guys, today we are going to be finding out how strangers view you. So if you're as excited as I am for me to start spilling the tea on what people think about you, then this is going to be the perfect reading for you today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at your group picks, shall we? So for group number 1, we have this beautiful golden bangle coming through. For group number 2, we have this golden watch making an appearance. And last but not least, for group number 3, we have this lighter golden bracelet with some pretty little diamonds on it as well. Isn't that lovely? So guys, I want you to go ahead and take a very big deep breath in. And now I want you to please let it out. And now I want you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about how strangers view you, what they think about whenever they see you. Now, whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes, and whichever bracelet or watch your eyes lands on first, and then that, my dear, is going to be the reading for you today. Now, if you feel called to more than one bracelet here, then definitely feel free to check out those extra messages as well. And as always, I will have the timestamps listed down in the description box below. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into your reading today, friends. Hello, group 1. So, if you felt called to this gorgeous golden bangle today, then hey, hello, how are you? Welcome to this reading. I am going to be your tarot reader, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just place this off to the side like so. And let's start shuffling through your cards today. So we are asking Spirit the question, how do strangers view you? So when strangers see you in the room, when they see you looking your freaking cutest over there, what do people think? Okay, what do they think? So let's get some messages, please, for my group 1 folks. How do strangers view them, Spirit? Can we get some messages, please? I think that card wants to come through. Let's see what else wants to come through here. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. No. Sorry, you guys, just give me 1 second. Alrighty. Oh, this is really cute. Okay, so this is funny. Alrighty, so for your cards today, we have the 9 of Earth coming through. We also have the 4 of Fire. We have the Ace of Air. And last but not least, for the back of the deck energy, we have the Moon coming through. So the Moon, that does add a very mystical, mysterious quality to you. So there is definitely this really feminine side to you. There's this very mysterious side to you. When people look at you, you look very soft and beautiful, and you also look like someone who is very deep as well. There is just something about you. People can't really put their finger on it, but they know that you are not as you seem, if that makes sense. They just feel like there is so much more to you than what meets the eye, and they feel like you are someone who is wise beyond measure. You seem like someone who is quite experienced as well, quite seasoned, and so it doesn't matter how old you are, you give off this more mature vibe. Okay, so that's very interesting to see. You are just quite a mystery. People don't know what to really think whenever they see you. They see you as someone who is a big mystery, who they want to unveil as soon as possible. And what's interesting about that, though, is that with the Ace of Air, that does talk about someone who is quite friendly. That talks about someone who is a great communicator. And so I am getting this idea that when people see you, they view you as someone who definitely is good with their words, and they also view you as someone who isn't afraid to really talk. Now, I'm not saying that you are someone who is always running your mouth all the time. Like I said before, you do have this like mysterious, almost quiet nature about you, but I think that whenever people see you, they feel as though you are this friendly person, and even though you might give off the vibe of being someone who's a bit quiet, a bit chill, they feel like if they were to come up to you and start talking to you, that you wouldn't be afraid to talk whatsoever. They definitely see you as someone who is like an introverted extrovert, or an extroverted, no, you're like an extroverted introvert, okay? You seem very introverted, but they feel like you can be very extroverted as well. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing so far. And they honestly see you as someone who is bigger than life, but not in the way that you are this very tall giant of a person. I do think that for most of you guys, I'm getting the idea that you are on the smaller or shorter side of things. So I do think that for a lot of you guys, you might be shorter than is average height. Now, definitely take that as it resonates, because I am reading for a huge audience, so there might be some tall ones, some tall folks out there who are watching this, but for about 98% of you guys, I do think that you guys are smaller than average. You guys are definitely fun size people, but I think that you give off this larger than life type of energy. You seem very powerful. You also seem very wise, almost all-knowing in a way. And so, yeah, you just seem like someone who's very powerful. You give off very, very powerful vibes. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at this girl here, she looks kind of tiny to me, but she's literally out there. She has her arm up in the air, and I don't know if you can see this, but she's like blasting out light, and there are these little shadowed like beasts that are like flying from that light. They are being projected across the air from the energy of her power, right? And so, yeah, you seem like someone who has this larger than life type of power. You seem like someone who packs a punch. And so I definitely think that people, whenever they see you, these strangers see you, they get the vibe that they don't really want to mess with you, that they wouldn't want to be in an alley alone with you. You just seem like someone who may or may not know how to cut a bee. You seem like someone who may know how to do a karate chop or something. I don't know what it is about you, but you do give off this like intimidating vibe. People feel like you would be someone who knows their way around a jiu-jitsu mat or something. So yeah, I'm definitely getting like Jackie Chan vibes from you guys. Y'all definitely seem like a Karate Kid or something. But that could also be talking about your words as well. Like I was saying before, people feel like you are a talker. They feel like you know how to use words as weapons. You just seem like someone who's very good with your words, and they get the idea that you could use your words for good, or you could use your words for bad, in the way that you could really put someone in their place. You could really come up with some inventive insults if need be. So yeah, I'm just getting this idea that people, they are afraid to go up with you in a physical sense. They wouldn't want to fight you, but they also wouldn't want to go up against you with words as well. They feel like you could really pack a punch with just your verbal statements, okay? So, yeah. I feel like people are very intimidated by you, if I'm being honest. People, strangers, they seem to be very intimidated by you. But what's funny about that too is that we have the 4 of fire coming through, and if you look at this chick here, she looks kind of sleepy. She's like resting a bit, and so on one hand this gives me like cozy vibes because we do have this other card coming through, and whenever I see the 9 of Earth, this card just makes me think of cozy vibes so much, because you can see this, there's a chick right here. I don't know if you can see that, but she's sitting on this wolf or fox's head. She's really small and tiny. Again, I'm getting that like fun size vibes. You do seem like someone who people would look at and view as being kind of small, kind of tiny, kind of on the shorter side, but she just looks like she's snuggled up on that fox. She looks like she's so warm and happy and cozy. And so for some of you guys, I feel like strangers view you as someone who gives off very cozy vibes. It might just be like your look. Maybe you dress very cozy. Maybe you like to wear like knitted sweaters or sweatpants. You may just be someone that likes to wear comfy clothes, okay? And so that could be what's coming through here. But I'm also getting this idea that you look like someone who might half the time, maybe people get the idea that you might need a nap. Because if you look at this girl, she's literally falling asleep here, and she's wrapped up like a burrito in this little pea pod or whatever this thing is, this leaf. You can see her, she's like sleeping, she's yawning like that too. And so I don't know what it is. I don't know if you overwork yourself, or maybe instead of having like a resting bee face, you just have a resting tired face. But I just feel like you are someone who people look at and they think, wow, that girl might need a nap. Maybe, okay, if I'm being honest with you, you might, like I said before, people are very intimidated by you. They get nervous around you because they feel like, again, you could pack a punch, you could really hurt them. And it might also be that maybe you do have a bit of a resting bee face. Maybe people look at you and you just seem like someone who comes off a little bit grumpy, okay? So yeah, that's kind of coming through here, if I'm being honest. But yeah, at the end of the day, I think that you are just someone who is very lovely to look at as well. Even if people are intimidated by you, even if people are nervous around you, I think that you still look like someone who is very beautiful, very alluring. I mean, if you look at this girl here, she's sitting on this fox, and she just looks like the picture of beauty. She looks so pretty, like she's presenting herself. She's lying on that fox like this with her hand out, and she looks beautiful. She looks gorgeous. She makes such a pretty picture. And so yeah, I definitely think that strangers, they view you as someone who is very attractive. They see you as someone who's very beautiful, very lovely to look at. And while on one hand, they're very intimidated by you and they want to stay away from you because they're scared of what you could do with your hands and your words, but at the same time, they want to come up to you and talk to you because you are just so beautiful. You're so beautiful, group 1. So let's see what else wants to come through here. Let's see what else wants to come through. Spirit, for group 1, how do strangers view them? Okay, so we have this card coming through, and it was also like attached to another card. I'm just going to put that other card back in the deck like so. Take the other one right here. Alrighty. Let's get another card. Let's get another card. How do strangers view my group 1 folks? Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is making so much sense, you guys. This is making a lot of sense. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is amazing. So first of all, we have the Rebel card coming through, and it says right here, challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve their inner needs. And then it says right here for the shadow attributes, rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. We have oak endears coming through. And then last but not least, we have hocus pocus, and it says nonsense at the bottom. So guys, I can literally imagine you saying, that is nonsense. This is nonsense. I feel like you are someone who strangers look at and they feel like you could be quite dramatic. They see you as someone, again, who is great with your words. They feel like you could cut a bee with your words alone, with your vocabulary, okay? And so I feel like you just give off the vibes that you can be quite dramatic, that even if you're not a dramatic person, you just give off those vibes. People might also think whenever they see you that you may have been like a theater kid whenever you were younger. I don't know what it is about you, but people think that whenever they meet you, that they just see you as a very theatrical person, or they think that you would be very theatrical, right? Because again, these are what strangers think about you, so they haven't actually met you yet. They view you as someone who could be quite theatrical. And so yeah, they feel like you are someone who may like to put on a show, who again is just very passionate, very dramatic, and yeah, they could literally imagine you saying that that's nonsense as well, like in a very loud voice. So yeah, that's very fun. We have oak and deers coming through, and guys, look at this guy. He literally looks so scary. He looks like he is going to hurt someone. So again, you seem like someone who is not afraid to pick up your sword. You're not afraid to pick up your, what is that? Your shield, right? You're not afraid to pick up your shield, and you're not afraid to go freaking fight, okay? So yeah, people are so nervous by you, okay? You just seem like someone who is just scary. You seem like someone who is not afraid to go out there and stand up for what you believe in and say whatever it is on your mind, okay? Again, you do seem like someone who could be a talker, and at the end of the day, people think that, or they feel like you're just not afraid to use your words, right? You're not afraid to use your words to put someone in their place if need be. Now, we have the rebel coming through, and I think that you just come off as someone who rejects any type of societal standard. You seem like someone who is your own person, and you love being your own person. You seem like someone who is very honest and very truthful. You don't hide who you are, and people like that. They do find that to be very beautiful. But at the same time, again, there is this very mysterious side to you as well. People feel like even though you come off as someone who is not afraid to hide themselves, or you're not afraid to be yourself, but at the end of the day, they feel like they're not getting all of you. Whenever they look at you, they feel like there is more than what meets the eye. And it may be that, again, you do come off as someone who is quite intimidating, kind of scary, and I think that whenever they're looking at you, they think like, wow, there has to be more to her, or that, or him, or them, they, them, whatever your pronouns are. I feel like they think that there must be more to this person. They're not just an angry person. Maybe they just have a resting bee face. I feel like there's something more to them. And so yeah, I definitely think that a lot of people, whenever they first see you, they kind of feel the need to walk into another room entirely because they are nervous by you and your powerful energy that you give off. But at the same time, again, they feel like there's something more to you. There's something deeper there, and you make like literally 99% of all those people want to come up to you. And even though they're nervous, they want to come up to you and talk to you because there's just something so alluring about you. There's something so alluring about you, and they want to just figure out who you are underneath that intimidating vibe that you give off, right? So yes, you guys, at the end of the day, that's what I'm seeing for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a really big like and to subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by. The Side of Tarot to begin sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye. Hello, Group 2. My name is Cameron, and I am going to be your tarot reader today. So, if you felt called to this gorgeous watch, then hey, hello, and welcome, folks. So, let's go ahead and start shuffling through your cards. Let's get right into this reading today. So, Spirit, for my Group 2 folks, what do strangers think whenever they see them? How do they really truly view them? Please give us all of the tea, okay? Let's see what wants to come through for Group 2. Ooh, that rhymed, you guys. I love that. We love a catchy rhyme, don't we? Alrighty, let's get one more card. Spirit, please. One more card. Oh, that's 2 more cards, but you know what? Cool, we'll take it. So, how do strangers view you whenever they see you? Wow, this is really interesting. Okay, beautiful. So first of all, you guys, we have the 4 of water coming through, the 8 of fire, the 7 of air, and the elder of fire. So first of all, you guys, with the elder of fire, this does talk about our lovely fire signs. So you could be a fire sign, sun, moon, rising, or in Venus. So I am talking about the signs Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. If you are not one of those signs, that's fine. This is a very general reading. I'm reading for a ton of different people, so just take it as it resonates. But this could also be just talking about the energy that you give off to others. So you may not be a fire sign, but you do give off fiery, fun, firecracker type of vibes, okay? And that is definitely what I'm seeing here with all these cards that are coming through. I just feel like when strangers see you, they view you as someone who will not let anything get in your way between you, your mission, and whatever it is your heart is calling you to do. You are someone who truly stands up for what you believe in. I mean, look at this chick here. She's literally standing on these birds here, and she is just shooting out into the sky, and you can see that she has her eye on some type of prize here. And so yeah, you will literally go to any lengths that are necessary to achieve your dreams. And it doesn't matter if you have the biggest highs while achieving your dreams, or if you have to have some of the biggest lows, you will not give up whatsoever. And that is what strangers see whenever they see you, okay? They just see someone who is so determined. They see someone who is very ambitious, and they see you as someone who doesn't take no for a freaking answer. Okay? Even when everyone in the room is against you, you seem like someone who will still stand up for what you believe in. You will not back down whatsoever. I mean, look at this card here. I don't know if you can see this, but there are a group of people right there. They are almost like shadowed, right? They're like shadowy figures. And then you see this girl like in the bushes here. And it just looks as though these people are out to get her. And yet she still looks so strong. She's still wearing this thing. It looks like a crown in her hair. So yeah, you are just a king. You are a queen, and you won't let anyone take your crown, okay? And now, if you look at the 4 of water card, you can see that this girl, it looks as though she's trying to give this other girl a message here as well, which is very interesting. I honestly feel like you are being represented here as the girl trying to give someone a message. That's interesting, but it looks like this girl doesn't want to hear that girl's message, and yet this girl again is not taking no for an answer. She's going up there to say something to her, okay? So I'm honestly getting the idea here that people just view you as a very truthful person. Strangers, whenever they look at you, they see you as someone who is very honorable. They see you as someone who does not like to lie. You don't seem like a deceitful person. You seem like someone who, what you see is what you get. You're not going to lie at all. And when it comes to people, they feel like you are very honest to others as well. They look at you as someone who would not let anyone lie to someone else. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. Because, in my opinion, looking at this card, the 7 of air, it looks as though these people are trying to like work together. And they may even be trying to scheme here. They may be trying to cook up some lies to tell this chick, right? And I'm just getting the idea that when strangers look at you, they see you as someone who does not like to be lied to yourself, but you will not stand to have other people be lied to as well. And so whenever they look at you, they just feel like, these strangers feel like they can trust you. They feel like you wouldn't lie to them, and they feel like if it came down to it, if someone was trying to make them believe something that wasn't true, they know that if they were to come to you, that you would be completely honest with them. And that's just so interesting to see, because again, these people are strangers, and yet whenever they look at you, even not knowing you whatsoever, they just get the vibe that they can trust you. So you just give off very trusting vibes. They just look at you and they see you as someone who is very loyal. They see someone who, again, is very honorable. I'm honestly thinking of like Jon Snow, right? Jon Snow had a reputation for being very truthful, being very honest, being very honorable. He always kept his word. And everyone knew that. Everyone knew that. He was just such a good person that he had this amazing reputation. His reputation exceeded him, right? Everyone in the land knew how honorable he was. And I am talking about Game of Thrones, if y'all don't know what TV show I'm talking about here. And so I'm just getting this idea that you are such a good person that honestly, a lot of people know of you. Even if they don't know you personally, they know of you. And I feel like, I don't know if you live in a small town or if you live somewhere where, I don't know, you're around the same type of people a lot, but I just feel like a lot of strangers know who you are. Maybe you have a big like social media following, or you might be infamous for something, but I feel like I know a lot of people, they may not know you personally, but they know of you. And what they know of you is that you are a good, honorable human being, and they feel like they can trust you, okay? So yeah, you guys, at the end of the day, that's what I'm seeing so far. I'm also seeing here with the Elder of Fire that you are just someone who people do want to talk to. You are someone who is quite popular here. I feel like even if strangers don't know who you are, they look at you and they see you as someone who they could probably have a good time with, because the Elder of Fire people, those are like the good old boys, the good old girls. Those are the people who someone would want to go out and have a drink with and hang out with, because they feel like this person would be really fun. Hey guys, sorry, my camera had stopped recording. But yeah, as I was saying, I just feel like people also look at you, and even if they don't know who you are, they see you as someone who they could have fun with as well, who they could get a beer with. They just get those vibes that you are just an awesome person overall. So yeah, let's see what else wants to come through here for my group 2 folks. Okay, so there were like 2 cards stuck together. I'm just going to take the card that was looking at me, put the other one back in the deck, like so. So let's see, what do people think about you? Sorry, you guys, I had to take a deep breath. But we have the Exorcist card coming through, and right here it says, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. And then for the shadow attribute down here, it says a fear of facing your own demons. We have Night Watch making an appearance, and then we have Good Fortune. So again, with the Night Watch coming through, I don't know if you can see this, but this, I think that's a wolf. This wolf here looks like they are standing over this little sleeping beauty here, this little sleeping girl. And it looks like the wolf is protecting her, right? And so you, again, just seem like someone who people can trust. I think when strangers look at you, they see you as someone who they're not afraid to be around. They see you as someone who they could trust. And they honestly just see you as someone who would be a protector. You seem like you are a very protective individual. And yeah, I just feel like strangers feel as though they can put their trust and faith in you, and that you would not take it for granted, and that you would be very kind to them, okay? We also have Exorcist coming through. And what's interesting is, like I was saying before, you are someone who strangers feel like do not like lies whatsoever. You do not like seeing other people be lied to, and you will always be honest and truthful to a fault. And whenever I see this message here, the message of freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses, this again just makes me think how you are always going to want to be honest to everyone, and you will always be honest to people, and that's what people think whenever they see you. And they know that you would always be truthful to them, even if they didn't want the truth. So I feel like people, whenever they look at you, if someone has like an alcohol problem and they're looking at you, they feel like if they were to go up and start talking to you, that you are someone who would call them out on their alcoholic ways if you found out about it. And so there is this energy here where some people who may not be ready to face their demons, they may not be ready to talk to you, right? So there are some people that might be afraid to approach you because they feel like you are someone who will call them out on their BS, okay? You will call them out on their behaviors, on any type of impulses that they may have. They know that if they were to talk to you, they really think that you would just be completely honest with them and throw all those truth bombs at them, even if they're not ready for it. So there are some people, again, who may not want to go up to you because they don't feel ready to face their demons here. And they know that they would have to face them if they talk to you. And then at the end of the day, people just look at you and they see you as someone who is almost like a lucky charm. You are like someone who, I don't know, people feel like if they were around you, that good things would happen to them. I don't know why, but they just feel that way. So yeah, you guys, at the end of the day, that's what I'm seeing for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a really big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, my group 3 folks. My name is Cameron, and I am going to be your tarot reader today. So if you felt called to this gorgeous bracelet, then hey, hello, and welcome. Alrighty, I'm so excited to see what messages wants to come through for you. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. So Spirit, for my group 3 folks, please spill all of the tea on them. How do strangers view them, Spirit? Can we get some messages, please? How do strangers view my group 3 folks? How do strangers view them, Spirit? Can we get one more card, please? How do strangers view my group 3 folks? Okay, you guys, so we had 2 cards coming through right here that were kind of stuck together. I'm just going to take the one that was looking right at us and put the other one back in the deck, like so. And let's talk about these messages. So first of all, for the back of the deck energy, we have the Queen of Earth coming through. This does represent Earth signs, so you could be an Earth sign who is watching this right now, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. So I'm talking about the signs Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Now, we have the Lovers card coming through, and this does talk about Gemini energy as well, so you could also be a Gemini. And then we have the Strength card coming through that is also associated with Sagittarius, with the Sagittarius sign, so you could be that sign. So yeah, just take it as it resonates. You could be one of those signs. Alrighty. If you're not one of those signs, that's completely okay. This could just be representing the energy that you give off. But the other 2 cards that are coming through for you today is the 6 of Fire, and then we have the Page of Earth. So guys, the first thing that needs to be said here is the fact that we have the Lovers card coming through. The Lovers card, when this makes an appearance, this talks about love and romance. This talks about meeting your perfect match, someone who you could see yourself being with forever and ever and ever, and so forth. And so I think with this card coming through, when strangers look at you, they view you as someone who would make the ultimate lover, the ultimate partner. They see you as someone who is just their perfect match in every single way. And so it's safe to say that you definitely have a lot of secret admirers. I think that more likely than not, when strangers are looking at you, they are imagining what it would be like to date you, what it would be like to be with you for a long time. And so I would definitely say that you are probably very, very physically attractive. And And even if you are watching this and you're saying like, ah, girl, I don't know what you're talking about. I am not a 10. I'm more like a 6 or a 5. If that's the case, I just think that there's something about you that people are attracted to. Okay, there's something about you that really draws them in, and it might be your personality here. Okay, I am just getting this idea that you have a very beautiful, delicate, yet larger than life personality. Now, what I mean by that is that on one hand, with the strength card coming through, whenever I see this girl, she looks very delicate, right? She looks very tiny, very thin. She doesn't look like she could hurt a fly. But at the end of the day, she is standing up to this dragon-like beast here. And she looks like she is not afraid at all. And so I feel like that is the energy that you give off. When strangers look at you, you do seem like someone who is very delicate, very soft. I think that you do have more of a softer type of persona about you. You may be a little bit more on the quieter side, but at the end of the day, you also seem like someone who could take on the world and survive it. You seem like someone who, even though you may be small or you may be soft, you are mighty, okay? And so, yeah, and what I mean by that is I don't think you're mighty in the way that you would be mean to people. Like, you don't seem mean to strangers. People look at you, strangers look at you, and they see you as someone who's very kind, very kind-hearted. But at the end of the day, they also see you as someone who is just very strong. You seem like someone who would not give up whenever you are presented with a challenge. In fact, instead of giving up, you would keep on going, and you would be even more steadfast and more determined to go after your dreams. It's almost like when strangers see you, they see you as someone who they would think loves a challenge. And I think that strangers feel as though you are someone who would be excited to face any new challenge just so that you can say that you won and that you beat that challenge after you overcome it, right? So there is kind of this competitive nature that is kind of coming through here. You may give off a bit of a competitive vibe, okay? But yeah, at the end of the day, you're just very strong and very powerful. But at the same time, you're very soft and very kind. And so again, there's just this very interesting energy. When all of that comes together, it just gives you this larger than life type of energy. And that larger than life energy is something that strangers cannot ignore whatsoever. When you walk into a room, I think that all eyes are always on you. People can't help but look at you. People can't help but stare at you. And people feel like it would be so incredible if you could be theirs. People look at you and they see you as someone who is so incredible, and they just wish that you could be at their side. They wish that you could be their boo thing, their babe, their person for life, okay? Because there is this idea that's coming through. I think when people look at you, like I said before, they don't think that you give up on anything, and so they feel as though if they were to be lucky enough to date you, if you were to fall in love with them, they feel like you would never give up on them as well. And so there is this idea here coming through that people think that you are just someone who does not give up on people. You are someone who believes in people so much, and you're very loyal to a fault, and people just wish and pray that they could be the person that you give all that loyal sweetness to. Does that make sense? They just want to be the one who you are so loyal to. They want to be that person. And yeah, at the end of the day, with the Page of Earth coming through, they also just see you as someone who is very ambitious. They see you as someone who they think is going to be very, very successful. So even if currently you are not super successful at the moment, people look at you, strangers look at you, and they think that one day you are going to be very successful. You are going to make a name for yourself. Because again, they view you as someone who does not give up on your dreams, on your goals here. They feel like you are going to accomplish everything you set off to accomplish in life. And so yeah, when people look at you, they just think that one day you are going to make such a big name for yourself. And they can't wait to see it. Yeah. Look at this. Wow, there are so many synchronicities coming through with these messages. So, first of all, you guys, this card, there's a card kind of stuck behind this one. I'm going to put that one back in the deck and keep this. Now, what did I say before? Didn't I say how we had the Strength card coming through? Well, look at this, you guys. This actually says Strength Renewed. I hope y'all can see that. I hope you can read that. I hope it's not blurry or anything, but it literally says Strength Renewed. So yeah, you are just a very, very strong person. You do not give up at all. And people see that, strangers see that, and they love it. You are someone who, even when you are isolated, because we do have the isolation card coming through, even when you are isolated, pushed aside, or even abused, strangers see you as someone who would keep on getting up and asking for more. You do not give up. I know I keep saying that, but that's what people think whenever they see you, that this person, they do not give up. They are a fighter. And that is what strangers think about you, that you are a fighter, and above all else, you are a freaking king. Okay? You are someone who seems like a leader. You are someone who, again, when you enter a room, when you are in a room, people cannot look away because you have this like otherworldly, larger than life type of energy. You just give off king energy, king vibes. You seem like a ruler, a leader, and people can't help but look after you when you walk into a room, and they also can't help but try to follow your lead as well and follow after you. So yeah, it's like everyone's playing the game follow the leader, and you're the leader and everyone is following you wherever you go. Okay, you just have this like innate type of pull, type of lure to people. They just follow you around like whipped puppy dogs, if I'm being honest. I don't know if you realize it, but you have so many people who are following at your heels, who want to get to know you better, who want to talk to you, who want to see what you have to say, and they want to be your freaking boyfriend or girlfriend or they-them friend. They want to be your boo thing. Okay, you have so many secret admirers here, whether you realize it or not. So many. So, yes, you guys. At the end of the day, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a really big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by the side of Tarot Tube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope to see you all next week. Mwah. Bye, guys.